Maxine.
And I'm Hillary, and we're here from Chew on That, and today we're going to test out a bunch of different tactics and techniques on how to chop an onion without crying.
Most of the theories center around enzymes and the chemical reactions. The idea is that when you cut into an onion, the cells of the onion release enzymes. Those enzymes turn into a gas, which travels into your eyes, and that's what makes them tear.
Today we're going to test 8 different methods. We are going to chop an onion with a very sharp knife,
Cut the onion off at the root,
try wearing goggles,
refrigerate the onion or freeze it,
and chopping an onion with a small fan.
and cutting an onion with a piece of bread in your mouth.
And that's it. Let's see if these work.
The first thing we're going to try is cutting the roots off of the onion. The idea behind this is that the enzymes are concentrated in the root, so if we cut off the root, we'll eliminate most of the enzymes.
You can cry me a river, cry me.
Cutting the root off doesn't seem to have done much. I can definitely still smell the onion, and my eyes are definitely burning.
Our next theory is chopping the onion with a very sharp knife. The idea behind this one is that the sharper the knife, the less cell damage you create, meaning the less gases emitted that make your eyes tear. So, we're going to try chopping our onion with a very sharp knife.
Now it's your turn to cry.
Don't do anything yet. It seems to be working. Now let's try cutting with a dull knife to see if this is actually I'm smelling a lot more of the gases that make your eyes tear. My eyes aren't quite tearing, but I definitely smell it a lot more than with the sharp knife. Cutting the onion with a very sharp knife definitely eliminates some of the gases that cause you to cry. I say this method works.
Now we're going to try putting the onion in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes and seeing how that works. The idea behind this is that the chilling of the onion creates less evaporation, so less gas actually gets to your eye. I'm going to get it out of the freezer. Just going to cut through it and release the enzymes. See if this works. I'm going to say this is a pretty successful attempt. The chilling definitely helped the gases not get to my eyes. I can smell it a little bit, but it's definitely less tearing.
Since the reaction of crying during chopping onions happens in our eyes, some people think that the simple solution is to wear goggles. So here we have some sunglasses instead of goggles. We didn't have any, but we're going to see if sunglasses avoids crying. But so far the gases haven't reached my eyes yet, so I would say that this method definitely helps a little bit, and I'm sure that if you had full goggles, it would help even more. I think by now we've made it pretty clear that the reaction of crying comes from gases that are emitted from the onions. So, our next theory is to try using a small fan, or medium-sized fan, to waft away some of the gases that come from the onions. So let's see if this method works. So far, I don't smell a thing. Looks like all the gases are going that way.
Another theory is that putting a piece of bread in your mouth, or a piece of chewing gum, or a sugar cube will help prevent the tearing when you're cutting an onion. The idea behind this is that if your mouth is forced to be opened a little bit more, you'll breathe through your mouth and you'll breathe in the gases before they actually reach your eyes. So I'm going to put the piece of bread in my mouth, and then if I have bread in my mouth, I really didn't smell the onion at all when I had the bread in my mouth. Now that I've taken it out of my mouth, I do feel it in my eyes. But if I had continued to keep the bread in my mouth and cut the whole onion, it would have been fine. That's it for this video of Chew on That. Tune in next time for our next video.